Hi everyone, I'm George Atanisov, the Chair of the Board of Directors of the Children's Trust, and I'm here with my family, my wife Talene, and our two children,
Bianca, Thomas.
And we wanted to just invite you into our home as we kick off tonight's event to say thank you on behalf of the Children's Trust Board of Directors and from our family. In ordinary times, this event would be in person, and it's the most important fundraising event that the Children's Trust has every year. Obviously, we're not in our ordinary times, so we had to do this virtually, and we're so thankful and appreciative of the success that you brought to it. So on behalf of the Board of Directors, on behalf of our family, thank you. And without further ado, enjoy the show!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Matt Newsom, and I am so excited to be your auctioneer again this year. Although we're not able to gather together in person tonight, thanks to your dedication to our community and technology, we are gathered together in spirit. And we are thrilled that you have joined us for the Children's Trust Gala. And I'll tell you, there are some benefits to this. We've heard from some people who've been unable to join us in person previously, but they are thrilled to be with us tonight virtually. So it's always good to expand our reach and let more and more people know about the wonderful work that the Children's Trust does in their mission to stop child abuse in Massachusetts. And we're pleased to give our new attendees the opportunity to support us as well. As we like to say at the virtual gala, there is seating for everyone, and we appreciate your being here. We have a short but powerful program for you tonight. Over the next 30 minutes or so, you will hear directly from the people whose lives have been impacted by the Children's Trust. By having the courage to share their personal stories, these participants will help you see how your generosity is transforming lives. Now, I'd like to introduce Susan Bartley, Executive Director of the Children's Trust, to say a few words. Susan?
Thank you, Matt. Good evening and welcome. Thank you for joining us this evening. The Children's Trust work and your support is more needed than ever before. Families and communities are struggling. Many families entered this pandemic on much less stable footing. They were already facing health crises, housing instability, unemployment prior to the pandemic. There isn't a parent out there who doesn't know just how difficult parenting can be in the best of circumstances. And now, parents are struggling to balance homeschooling, sometimes multiple children in multiple grades, and work, and the rest of what is going on around us. It is overwhelming. What has inspired me through all of this is the dedication of staff and program partners. When the shutdown happened, they did not miss a beat. They worked quickly and tirelessly to ensure that we remain connected to families. We were there serving as linchpins between families and the resources and support they needed. I am grateful to every member of the Children's Trust community, including many of you who are supporters out there watching tonight. Thank you. And I also want to do a special thank you to our gala sponsors, DDJ and the Connors family. Thank you for your generosity. It is now my pleasure to introduce the Governor and First Lady of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts.
Hey everybody, good evening. Massachusetts Governor Charlie Baker here.
And First Lady Lauren Baker. Charlie and I have been longtime supporters of the Children's Trust, and we are so happy to be here with you tonight to celebrate the great work of the Children's Trust and its support for families all across the Commonwealth.
You know, I just have to say we're also big fans of Susan Bartley, who has been at this work for, let's just say, a very long time. And you know, Susan's one of those people who, I met her when she was first setting this up because I was working in state government back then. And I was impressed with the boundless energy that she brought to the task. And I gotta tell you, here we are, many years later, and she's every bit as enthusiastic about the cause as she was back then. And let's face it, things have gotten a lot more complicated because these days we're dealing with COVID-19 and the pandemic that came with it, which forced all of us to sort of rearrange and reorganize the way we work and the way we support kids and families. And the Children's Trust, like so many other organizations, found a way to pivot and continued to do its critical work here in Massachusetts. And for that, I just want to say thank you.
Your support tonight for the Children's Trust is incredibly important. And thank you for supporting this great work that provides programming for parents and children and families all across the Commonwealth. The work that you do, Children's Trust, makes a big, big difference. Thank you.
And we're all counting on having a chance to get together next year in person once again. This year, I just want to say thanks virtually to all of you.
What a wonderful show of support from Governor and First Lady Baker. Thank you very much. That is terrific to see. Now, very shortly, we'll be watching 2 videos featuring families who have participated in Children's Trust programs. You'll hear from these parents how the Children's Trust has helped them be the best parents they can be for their young, vulnerable children. But first, let's hear from Stephen Pascal of the Children's Trust to learn a little bit more about how the organization's programs have shifted to meet the growing demand for help during the pandemic. Stephen?
Thanks. I'm so excited to be here with you today to really talk to you about all of the work that our programs have been able to do since the pandemic began back in March. We knew that when the pandemic first hit, that we needed to shift the way that we did our work with families. And so programs really assessed the situation and were able to utilize their resources and the technology that was available to them to stay connected to families and make sure that throughout the pandemic, they would be able to connect with them via telephone, via video conferencing, and finding formats for them to be able to stay together and provide peer support in the form of groups. Our programs were able to provide concrete support to families in the form of PPEs, access to formula and diapers for small children, access to food. We saw that families were dealing with an incredible amount of stress and uncertainty during the pandemic, challenges with them regarding their physical safety and physical health. What would they do with their children who were at home? Making sure that they didn't feel totally isolated, the mental health stresses that were associated with dealing with the pandemic, uncertainties related to employment. So families were dealing with a tremendous amount of stress and pressure. Many of our programs have been able to stay connected with families despite all of the challenges with them being isolated at home. So our home visiting programs were able to complete over 12,000 virtual visits using formats like FaceTime and Zoom. Our family centers stay connected with families doing virtual groups with parents so that they could stay connected with one another. Our One Tough Job website saw an uptick in traffic based on the fact that we were able to make sure that all of the most accurate and up-to-date information was on the site, as well as activities that they could do with their children and supports that they could find for themselves as parents. And I'm very excited that right now you'll get to hear from one of our program participants, a young mom from Watertown, as she shares her experience working with our Healthy Families program.
Xadian's just awesome. He's very energetic, he's very smart, he's very selfless. Being his mom is very fun and it's just a learning process and all, but it can be kind of difficult sometimes, especially now that he's turned 3 within the last few months. He woke up a different kid one day. So I'm just trying to adjust to it now. Go!
Can't catch me.
Can't catch you, honey.
Can't catch me.
Healthy Families have been in my life since Xadian's been born. They taught me how to be patient. They've just given me simple ideas that I didn't think of before because, especially being a young mom, I'm thinking, I can't walk away from him for a minute. That's bad, that's neglectful. And then again, it's like, if I'm not taken care of, he's never gonna be taken care of. So they've taught me self-care is important. So just take a second if you ever need it, and it's helped me a lot.
Let's go, dinosaur.
Let's go, dinosaur. My favorite part is definitely the home visits. My home visitor has helped me with a lot of like different situations with Xadian, but definitely like his attitude and how to deal with his attitude is something that she's helped me with by a lot. She gives me like different articles about children and development and just, you know, parents and how we can go about it the right way and not being mean and like aggressive towards children. And I think that's also just what my parents didn't, you know, get taught. Growing up in my parents' house was like a facade to the world. Like we were different people outside, but like once the doors closed, it was just like a different world. 15 years of just like every day was something else, you know? Like we got hit with a boat, we got hit like different parts of our bodies. There was one time I got hit in the face, so I had to like straighten my hair so that like I told the school that it was like a straightener. Even to this day, like I hear a loud noise. And sometimes I'm just like, I get like, I don't know, my heart races. And it's like anything, and I hate that though, you know? But like, I know it's because of my environment that I grew up in, unfortunately. I feel like Healthy Families had a lot to do with, you know, helping me understand where the differences were in my upbringing, and then my parents as well as Xadian's, you know? They helped me to break the cycle that I had went through with, and that my family had went through as well in their childhood. You have to think about it from their perspective or how they were raised, you know? So they helped me look at it like that. You know, I took a second and I got to think like, wait, okay, so yeah, my parents were abused when they were younger. They're not like they were ever since Xadian has been in my life, and I thank God for that. I just don't want Xadian to ever experience that, you know? Like I want him to just see happiness, like that's my main thing for him. I just want him happy, because like I never got to experience that until now. I'm 22 years old. I just want him to grow up with seeing two parents that absolutely adore each other, like every day though. And you know, not every day is gonna be perfect, but every day it's able to be shown how much you love your partner. I'm about to cry. I'm just like really happy with like where everything has gone. And I've been like making sure they know that, you know. Like I had like mental health issues, like I've like attempted to, you know, like off myself in the past, but like I never want to get there again, like ever, especially now. I wasn't always as motivated as I am today. You know, like obviously in the beginning I was like a different person. I grew a lot within the years, and I have a lot to thank like to Healthy Families. Now I have a beautiful little house that I'm renting. I'm on my way to buy a house soon, I hope. And I just got another job. It's an amazing job. I've been making a whole lot of money in just the first couple of weeks that I've been working. So it's just been really like a positive, fun ride.
Wow, that is powerful. I know we are all so inspired by Medalia's story of hope. It's terrific to see how the Children's Trust is helping her create a nurturing, loving home for her son, Xadian. And that all begins with you. Your support provides the foundation upon which this important work takes place. You are helping Massachusetts children to grow up safely and healthy. And there are many who are still counting on us. So let's be generous with our giving as we begin tonight's Fund of Future. Let's get that underway. Now, I want to tell you, we are using the event.gives system for our virtual gala tonight. Now, let me give you a short tutorial on how it works. At the bottom of your screen, in just a moment, you'll see a blue button with a dollar level in it. To give it that level, simply press and hold on your phone or tablet, or click and hold with your computer mouse. Again, just hover over that dollar amount, press and hold on your phone or tablet, click and hold with your computer mouse. You'll have the opportunity to confirm your gift, and then we will see your name on the donor board to the right. We want to thank each one of you individually and celebrate our growing total. It's amazing what we can do collectively when we come together as a community. We're going to start high and work our way down, and we trust that you will find a level of giving that is meaningful to you. We have two goals tonight. Of course, we want to put a big grand total number on the scoreboard. And second of all, we'd love to achieve 100% participation from everyone watching tonight's virtual fundraising event. One of my favorite quotes I saw recently is, if you'd like to touch the past, touch a rock. If you'd like to touch the present, touch a flower. If you'd like to touch the future, touch a life. This is your chance to touch a life, like Medallia's, like Xavion's, like the many other children and families who need our help. So let's go ahead and put our first giving level on the scoreboard. We're going to start at $10,000. $10,000. Let me tell you about $10,000. That supports our Nurturing Fathers program at a house of corrections for up to 20 incarcerated fathers. Now, fathers, of course, are incredibly important in the lives of their children, and we know that children thrive when their dads are involved and engaged. Last year, the Children's Trust launched an extension of this program to provide additional guidance after dads are released from jail to support participants as they are transitioning back to active parenting. What an incredible opportunity. This 13-week intensive parenting group, it helps incarcerated fathers build and strengthen positive parenting attitudes and behaviors. The program is running right now at the Hampshire County House of Corrections and the South Bay House of Corrections in Boston, and it's working extremely well. But there are many more dads we could be reaching. So who would like to step up with a $10,000 gift and be a leader tonight in our community to support a program like the Nurturing Fathers program or all the work that the Children's Trust does? Who would like to start out at $10,000? Do we have a leader who would like to start us off? Who would like to start us at 10,000? Who would like to start us at 10,000? Let's go ahead and show those engagements. There we go. Doug from the CARP Family Foundation at $10,000. Thank you very much. That is fantastic. Carrie, yes, thank you very much for $10,000. We are $20,000 into this already. Would anybody else like to join those two? Would anybody else like to match one of them at $10,000? That is simply fantastic. Thank you, Doug. Thank you, Carrie. Thanks for getting us off to such a great start. I'll tell you what, let's add a second level now. Let's add $5,000. $5,000 funds an entire year of healthy family support and training for one family. We just heard from Medallia. She shared her story on how this program helped her break the cycle of child abuse. This program is enormously impactful, and it's continuing to reach families even in the midst of the pandemic. Who would like to join us at $5,000? Of course, during the pandemic, more families are relying on this program than ever. The Healthy Families program, let me tell you how it works. It pairs young parents up with a home visitor. Yes, David, thank you very much. This home visitor meets with them weekly from pregnancy through the child's 3rd year. Almost 4 years of meeting with this home visitor and a family. And it's the gold standard evaluations have proven that this program is stopping abuse. It's putting young families in a much better position to be successful through education and employment. David, yes, thank you very much. Of course, you're joining Doug and Carrie now. We're at $25,000. Who else would like to join us at the $5,000 level and support the Healthy Families program? That is tremendous. Thank you, David. We're at $25,000. Who else would like to come on board at $5,000? Everyone is stressing during the pandemic, and this program helps to mediate a lot of that. Many families are taking advantage, but there are many more who need our help. Anyone else at $5,000? Let's add $2,500. $2,500 it's incredible what this can do. It can train 45 parents on how to keep their children safe from sexual abuse. This training gives parents concrete tools for keeping their children safe. Thank you very much, Ronald, for your generous gift and supporting us at $2,500. Now, the $2,500, it helps cover the cost of a trained and trusted facilitator. This is an incredible statistic from the CDC. It says that 1 out of 4 girls and 1 out of 13 boys will experience child sexual abuse at some point in childhood. This needs to stop, and this program is helping our parents equip their kids and keep them safe from sexual abuse. It's an alarming stat, but the good news is it can be prevented. And these trainings are continuing to happen. They're protecting our children from harm. And your gift is going to keep our kids safe by empowering the adults in their lives through this effective training. Thank you, Ronald. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for supporting this program. Thank you for helping to train 45 parents. Who else would like to join Ronald? We're at $27,500. We're off to a great start, but we've got a lot more that we can do. We've got Carrie, Doug, David, Ronald. We've got 4 people. We'd like to have 100% participation on our call tonight. That's 4 people. Thank you very much. $27,500. Will anybody else join us at $2,500 or $5,000 or 10,000? Who would like to join us at one of those levels? Who would like to join us? You know what? Let's go to our next level. Let's go to $1,000. And this is another crucial program that the Children's Trust runs. This is All Babies Cry. And the $1,000 provides All Babies Cry materials to 700 new parents at maternity bedside, right when the baby is born at a Massachusetts hospital. Thank you, Thomas. Thank you, Chris. Thank you very much. Now, this All Babies Cry is one of the most important, most effective multimedia programs in the United States to prevent abuse head trauma, previously known as shaken baby syndrome. Thank you, Sid. Thank you, Robert. The program draws on decades of research and empowers parents and caregivers with clear strategies for dealing with the normal stress and exhaustion of taking care of an infant. Now, your donation is going to help put that right at the parent's bedside. That's so important. I tell you what I'm going to do too. I'm going to add other amount. It's already up there. Good. So we've got other amounts. You can put in $1,000 right now, as Sid, Chris, and Thomas did. Thank you very much. Or you can put in any amount. Robert and Eric and Jack have all come in at $500. So you can put any amount, certainly higher than 1,000, but any amount is great. Tim, thank you very much. At 500, we're at $32,500. That is fantastic. We'd like to get some more people on board. Let's go to a $500 level. Let me tell you what that would do. $500 enables 2 parents to attend a multi-week parenting education group. Now, these group-based programs bring parents together with a trained facilitator to address the parenting challenges and learn new parenting skills. It's all evidence-based, and it's continuing to happen online even during the pandemic. These groups are bringing together moms and dads who are struggling and they need help. These social connections, they're lessening the isolation, they're lessening the stress during this incredibly challenging time. So with your support, the Children's Trust can be there for even more parents and their young, vulnerable children. Who can support us at $500? They're coming in like crazy now. That's great. 500. We have Eric and Robert and Jack and Tim and Kevin and Richard. Thank you very much. And just like that, we're at $33,500. That is incredible. That is fantastic. Who else would like to join us? Who else would like to join us at the $500 level? So on the screen, we've got 1,000. We've got 500. You can press and hold with your finger on a phone or a tablet. You can click and hold with your mouse on a laptop or a desktop. We're at $33,500. $33,500. Let's see if we can get 3 more here at 500 before we go to our next level. I'd like to see $35,000 right here. Who would like to join us at $500? Who would like to come in and support that multi-week parenting program? Thank you, Ryan. 250. Thank you very much. We're at $33,750. I'd love to get to $35,000 right here before I move on to the next level. Can we get 2 more people in? Maybe one person at 250 and 2 at 500. Who would like to join us? Yes, Jane. Thank you very much. We're at 34,000. Let's get to $35,000, and then I'm going to go to the next level. Can anybody else come in at $500? All of this adds up. Thank you, Susan. Thank you very much. $34,500. That's fantastic. And let's see if we can get one more here at 500. One more at 500 or 2 at 250. Let's get one at 500 right here. Let's get to for $35,000. Auctioneers love round numbers, particularly when they're just a little bit higher than where we are right now. Susan came in at 500. Can we get one more person? One more person at 500 to bring us to $35,000. One more person at 500. Okay, let's go to our $250 level. Now, your gift of $250 helps us keep our promise to stop child abuse, and it ensures kids that across Massachusetts, thank you, Jeffrey, thank you, Brian, here we go, Laura, thank you, Laura, it ensures our kids across Massachusetts that they'll have safe and healthy childhoods. This is your chance to keep proven programs in place to stop child abuse, and the $250 donations are rolling in. Brian's at $250, Ann's at $250, Jeffrey's at $250. Yes, Laura, thank you at $250. Mary, $250. C, thank you very much. $1,000. We're at $36,750. That is fantastic. I'll give you a virtual round of applause. I think everyone should give ourselves a virtual round of applause, but we're not done yet because I know that we can do better. I know that we can do more. We've had about 20 people donate so far, and we've got well over 150 people on the call. Let's see if we can get some more people in. Let's see if we get some more people invested in our community, invested in the Children's Trust. Let me go to the $100 level. Now, $100 level is just a show of support. It's a show of belief that you believe in the importance of safe and healthy childhoods for our children across Massachusetts. Now, if you're willing to support these programs with a $100 gift, you can simply click and hold that $100 button right now. A $100 gift, it's a meaningful investment, and it will help protect our young children. Yes, $100 are rolling in. Thank you, Jade. Thank you, Thomas. Thank you, Betsy. Thank you, Raymond. Thank you, Sarita. Thank you, Ray. Thank you, Mary. Thank you, Karen. And we're at 38,000. Thank you, Stephen. Stephen, thank you. And Shireen, thank you. Kathy, here we go. Tim's at 200. Yes, thank you very much. You can give more than 100. Maureen's at 100. We're at 38,450. Thank you, Amy. Another 100. It all adds up. We're at 38,650 now, thanks to Maureen. She just brought up a good point. Maureen, thanks for reminding. You can give more than once. Maureen's already given twice right here at the $100 level. If you've given earlier, come back in. Stephen's at 100. Stacy's at 100. We're at $38,850. Carrie, thank you, 39,200. Carol's at 100. Thank you very much. Let's push hard here. Let's push hard towards 40,000. Tammy's at 100. Thank you. Tammy's at 100, so we're at 39,300 right now. That is simply tremendous, but we're not done yet. $39,300. Let's get 7 more people in here at $100. Let's get to $40,000 right here. Peg, it's giving us a jump start. Thank you so much, Peg. Peg's at 500. Rain is at 100. And just like that, we're at 39,900. Who wants to put us over the top? Who wants to be a hero and put us over $40,000 right now? Who wants to put us over $40,000? This is all incredible. This is all funding these incredibly important. Yes, Anna's at 200. Laura's at 50. Now we're over $40,000. Let's give ourselves another round of applause, but let's keep pushing here. Let's keep pushing because all of the work that the Children's Trust does is so incredibly important. And during the pandemic, everything is magnified. There are more people than ever that need our help. Our kids' futures are at stake. Our families need the help that they deserve in order to help them keep and raise healthy, happy children in Massachusetts. Thank you, Al, at $100. We're at $40,350. Let's keep pushing here. We've got on the screen, we've got 100, we've got 500, we've got 250, and of course, enter any amount. You can enter any amount, and it all adds up for us. Yes, thank you, Al. We're at $40,350. Who would like to give the next? Carrie, yes, thank you very much. $250. That's fantastic. I've seen your name before. Thanks for coming back in. Ann's at 500. There we go. Ann without an E is at 50. Thank you. It all adds up. We're at $41,150, and we have quite a number of contributions. Still not quite everybody on the call, so we'd like to get everybody involved. It's everybody invested at some level. Thank you, Hillary. It all adds up. We're at $41,200. $41,200 is simply fantastic. I think we can get a little bit higher though. Thank you, Hillary. Thank you, Ann. Arpy, thank you very much. Another $50. Thank you very much. That is fantastic. Let's stick with the $100, $250, and $500 right now. You know what? Let's go ahead and put a $50 level up. Let's put $50 up, and let's see what we can do here with with $50. Let's see how much money we can. Let's see if we can get a bunch of 50s in right here. We're RP, thank you very much at 50. Hillary, here we go. Phillips in at 100. Yes, thank you. Of course, you can do more than 50. You can enter any amount. You can click one of those buttons that we already have on the screen. Thank you, Philip. $41,350. Who would like to be the next person to support us? We've got quite a list here on our donor board. It's fantastic. We appreciate all of our leaders. We're at $41,400. Thanks to Catherine. That's tremendous. That's tremendous. We're funding these programs. We are funding all of these programs. Every one of them is extremely important. And we hope that there's a level that we like to say, don't give till it feels good. Give until it makes you a little more excited, makes you a little bit nervous. That makes it that much more exciting. So thank you, Catherine. Thank you, Philip. Thank you, Arpy. We're at $41,400. Let's push to $41,500 right here. Let's push to that. And then I'm going to show one more video. So let's get another $100 right now. Who would like to come in at $100? We're at $41,500 now. Thank you to Karen. That's great. Thank you very much. That is tremendous. There we go, Allie. Yes, thank you very much. Thank you, Jennifer. Allie's at 50. Jennifer's at 100. Thank you. We're at $41,650. Let's keep pushing here. Let's see if we can get a few more in. Let's get a few more in. That is simply tremendous. We are raising money. We're having some fun. It's great to be together virtually and show our support for the Children's Trust. Hubert, thank you very much at $50. We're at $41,700. Let's get to $42,000, and then I'm going to roll this next video. So let's get to $42,000. Let's get to $42,000. Thank you, Hubert. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you, Allie. Let's get $3 more. Thank you, Lakia. Yes, that's 50. Now we're 250 away. And then we're going to hear from Justin, another incredibly powerful story. So we're at 41. Thank you very much, Dan. 41,800, $41,800. Let's see if we can get $200 more. And then I want to show you Justin's story. You'll be even more inspired than you are right now. $200 more, and we will roll that video. Thank you, Jack, $100. And now we're at 41,900. Let's get one more gift of $100 here, or two gifts. Thank you, Ed. That is fantastic. We're at $42,000. And that's all adds up. It's all incredibly meaningful. Thank you so much to all of our Fund a Future donors. We're going to leave this. We're going to come back to this in just a minute. But before we do, I'd like to introduce one more video from a young family in Brockton. They've been participating in the Children's Trust Healthy Families program. And let's hear what they have to say about their experience in the program.
People say he's like my clone, which is pretty funny because he has like all the same energy I had when I was a kid. So it's like I'm chasing after myself. After a long day of work, I love seeing his big smile on his face. And she tells me like when I'm gone, he says my name a lot, Dada, he says that a lot, which just makes me happy to hear. I mean, obviously I want to be a good dad because I know I had like father figures that weren't like fully there for me in my life. So I want to be better than the father figures that were in my life to hold him. Her being pregnant was pretty scary, but then I got used to it.
I was 17. I actually thought that I was just sick. I even texted him jokingly. I was like, haha, they think I'm pregnant. And he was like, really? Haha.
Like as soon as like he was born, obviously I took it seriously. I started crying like a baby because he's so beautiful. Becoming a dad at first kind of hits you hard, and it's scary as hell, obviously.
But on one of my first couple of appointments, she handed me a pamphlet, and she was like, I know it's tough to be young parents. I know you're 17, and I'm sure your boyfriend's around that age. So this is a foundation that will help you a lot if you give them a phone call and try to reach out to them. They help young parents co-parent. So I called them right away because I knew we were going to have two different parenting styles, and it just was not going to go well if we didn't try and nip it in the butt now and come to a happy medium.
They would have that guy Ken come to my house, and he would like explain to me like how being a dad was, and like what comes with being a dad, and like how I should be a good dad and whatnot. But they were very helpful. They gave us supplies for the baby when we needed it. They're always there to talk, and yeah, they're very helpful. So I want to be like as best a dad as I can, and that's like the seed that like he put in my mind. And yeah, that's how I've been thinking ever since. Growing up, me and my brothers obviously got along a lot because like our mom and dad weren't never like fully there for us. So we were always looking out for each other. And my older brother was more so kind of like a father figure and a brother for me in my life. So that's probably why we get along so much, and we have like a really, really good bond and trust with each other. As soon as I saw my son, I fell in love with him and knew that if I ever lost him, that would hurt a lot. So I do my best to keep him with me and watch him and protect him.
With Healthy Families, we've set both separate and family goals. Our first one was adjust to holding being here when he was born and also graduating high school.
I just want us all to have like a big nice house, a nice yard, nice dogs, and I want him to have siblings too. He'll have younger siblings obviously, so like he'll have to look out for them, and I feel like that'll change his perspective on life as he gets older, because he has to look out for people, and he's also had people that looked out for him for his life, so he'll have something to go off of, you know. As soon as you like get to hold the baby and see the baby, your outlook on life is like, oh, so I only want to live for that guy, not myself anymore.
Thank you, Justin and Kaylee. That is beautiful to see. There's nothing like hearing directly from the participants on how these programs are changing lives. Now, we're going to wrap up our program very shortly. We've got our Italy raffle pull still to come, but I want to give you one more opportunity to donate if you were particularly moved by that story. Remember that the Children's Trust programs are proven to stop child abuse and keep children safe. This is important because we know that child abuse can be stopped. And this night allows us to raise money to invest in these proven programs that do just that. But we need your support, of course, to reach all of the families who are struggling right now. And your generosity makes a difference. Yes, we've had some more come in. Thank you very much, Rudy and Alicia and Joanne. Dominga, yes, thank you. Lauren, Joanne, yes, that's numbers growing. We're at 42,500. Thank you so much. Who else would like to join us here? And one last push as we raise as much money as we can to support the incredible work that the Children's Trust does in our community in stopping child abuse in Massachusetts. Thank you, Joanne. Thank you, Lauren. Thank you, Dominga. Thank you, Joanne. Alicia, anybody else like to join us? We're at 42,500. Thank you, Nicholas. Another $100. It all adds up. We're at $42,600. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Chris. That is tremendous. $42,750. Thank you, Joe, Chris, Nicholas, Joanne. Thanks to everyone. This has been simply tremendous. Last push as an auctioneer, I'm going to say going once. We're at $42,750. Can we get to 40? There we go, Carol. Thank you, $100. $42,850 going twice. It's tremendous, tremendous. Thank you so much. $42,850. Third and final call. Does anybody else want to make a contribution right now? $42,850. Third and final call. And we will close that. Ladies and gentlemen, that is tremendous. $42,850. Please give yourselves all a virtual round of applause as I am doing right now. That makes a difference. That makes a difference. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to raffle. One lucky winner is going to be off to Umbria, Italy for a week-long stay at a luxury farmhouse and vineyard. La Segreta is the ideal home base from which to explore historic Italy. Thanks to Eileen Howard and Lorenzo DeMonico for generously donating this fantastic raffle item. They're drawing the winner right now at Gala headquarters, and they're going to give it to me in my ear here, so bear with me. Okay. All right. Our raffle winner is Ann P. Marcus. Congratulations to Ann, and thanks to all of our raffle ticket purchasers. That is tremendous. Thank you all for participating. Now, we have almost reached the conclusion of our program this evening. What a tremendous show of support tonight, and we thank you all. A little bit of housekeeping. In just a little while, you'll get a text with a link to your shopping cart. It will have all of your donations in it, and you'll have the opportunity to check out with a credit card. We appreciate your being on the lookout for that text and your prompt attention to it. The Scottish theologian William Barclay once said, "In the time that we have, it is surely our duty to do all the good we can, to all the people we can, in all the ways we can." Through your generous support tonight, you are proof that there is much good in our community and much to celebrate. And we say, thank you, thank you, thank you. The Children's Trust team is headed by Susan Barclay, and she and her team have worked extremely hard to put this event together, and it has been my privilege to work with them on this project. We all appreciate your time, your attention, and your support tonight and throughout the year. My name is Matt Newsom, and on behalf of my technical director, Benjamin Farrell, and the entire team at the Children's Trust, I wish you a good night. But before we sign off, we'll end with a short video from DDJ Capital Management, who, along with the Brizano family, are among tonight's most generous sponsors. Thank you.
While it's an old cliche, our children are our future, and we must nurture and protect them. On behalf of the growing DDJ family, we thank you for your support of the Children's Trust.